Hello everyone, Brett back out to Scale Modeling with another sprue review. This time a brand new Great Wall Hobby Boxing special limited edition of the Black Aces 1/72 scale F-14A. And all that's on this box is Black Aces. All the same all around, nothing special. Beautiful box art, kit number S7202. And let's see what we got in here. We've got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 23. Lots of sprues in here. 72nd scale kit. There's a lot. In the words of Phil Flory, it's the kit that keeps on giving. And instructions. Okay. Well, let us begin here. Do I need a knife? No. Self-sealing bags. Alright, top of the fuselage, rivet detail, recessed panel line detail. This is very nice. Some shadows, let me get another light going. Give me just a second. Alright, I have to clear some of the shadows. I added a whole bunch of others. Okay. So, the detail, outstanding. I don't think there's any ejector pin marks anywhere in the way. They feel recesses, a little raised on some of them, but check the dry fit, but look at that. And I know Great Wall Hobby has other F-14s in 72nd, not just this limited edition boxing. But that looks great. Here we have the tails. It looks like landing gear doors. Gun pod panel. Back of the canopy opening. Again, I mean, check out the riveting detail right there. Remember, this is 72nd, and they're one piece. This is on par with both the Tamiya 48 and the MK48 Tomcats, both of which I believe I reviewed on here. Sorry about that. Next, let's find the bottom half of the fuselage and all these sprues. There we go. Look how many sprues are in here. Okay. Wow, one-piece slide molded intakes. Trapped. Okay, again, amazing detail in the wheel wells. I think they put them that way on purpose to keep them from getting damaged. There we go. Just wow. And again, check when you're doing your test fitting, just make sure the ejector pin marks are all the way. But just wow. The detail. Riveting detail, everything. And you know how dirty these things got, so you can weather this up really nice or keep it nice and clean. Here, there's two of these slide molded one-piece intakes. And yeah, there's some ejector pin marks in there. There's none on the side. So if you think you're going to see right there, which depending on how this plane sits, you will either put some FOD covers or clean those up. But the fact they're one piece, there's no seam lines going to be anywhere. The outside detail, just like the rest of it, beautiful. And we have another gun bay, another door. So I'm thinking this has got, because these are matching, so I'm thinking there's more than one version in this boxing. Looks like you can have open radar. And then these panels, there's ejector pins on both sides of there, so I'm not sure if they're supposed to be open or closed. But there's your radar parts. Again, that was slide molded in one piece. There's these parts. I'm not sure what they're for, but they're done really well. As you see, there's one ejector pin in each, though. So if they're supposed to be open, you're going to need to clean those up. Alright. Here is the nose. The cockpit section. It looks like landing gear bays. This one is in a bag by itself. So there's your nose section. About to come off because it was folded over. Landing gear bay, cockpit tub, rester hook, blank instrument panel. There's for the canopy. And I think these might go into the intakes and cover up those ejector pins we were just talking about. I have to check that on the instructions, see if those go in there into the front of the intakes. But there you go. Detail abounding. Here's the nose. Landing gear, front landing gear. Here, one side of the cockpit fuselage, other side, same level of detail, same riveting, same panel lining. Inside, a little bit of detail, but you know, this right here is all you really need because the cockpit's going to sit above that. So that was nice by itself. See if we can find some wings. Tails are in here for sure. Flaps. Yeah, I don't do many 72nd. I'm doing the 72nd A10. But the detail on this is just makes me want to do it. There's where the bags go for the wings. I don't know if the wings will be movable or not, posable or movable. I'm sure they'll be posable, just don't know if they'll be movable, but there's that detail again. And these might actually be FOD covers. Like I said, you could put on there if you don't want to clean the ejector pins up. And here we have the tails in one piece. I think this goes behind the cockpit on the fuselage. Speed brake. Nice detail on the tails. This is where the speed brake goes, and you see very nice inside of there. And the other side of the tails, the inside of the speed brake, inside of these doors, which I don't think those are ejector pins. They look like right here. I mean, they could be, but they might be part of the doors too, because the way they're shaped. Check that out. And this is a matching sprue, which again makes me think that there's two versions, but these look, no, the tails do look different. You can see here it's different from here on both of them. They both have this on this one, but on that one, and then this side. Or maybe I'm just wrong. No, because it's the same here. This has got detail on here that these don't. So yeah, two different versions, two different tails. What we got here? Instrument panels. Front of the fuselage, control sticks, sides of the fuselage, or sides of the instrument panels. Good detail on those. If you want to just paint and weather them up, I'm hoping for a PE set because I don't think I could make those do justice to those. Okay. And here are the actual wings. And you've got aileron or leading edge slats. I still can't tell if you can move them or not. I do like the tips are one piece. So your wing tops with the tips, your wing bottoms, your detail inside, and then there's those wing tips I was talking about that are one piece. So you won't have to worry about cleaning up a seam on there. And leading edge slats molded nicely. And here, again, more parts for where the control is, the bag system. Looks like flaps, and then doors, and then your front landing gear. Looks like two different front landing gears. There's a boarding ladder. They don't go together. But I don't see any burring, I don't see any flash. Just lots of nice detail. There's your boarding ladder. There's your landing gear. Nose landing gear. Test fit to make sure that these ejector pins on these things aren't going to get in your way. Okay, now we're into some smaller bags. What we got here? Here's some engine parts. Matching sprues. So let's see one of them. Ooh, nice afterburner ring, nice nozzles. Open or closed. You see there's ridging detail inside of that engine nozzle. And there's your two nozzles, open and closed. There's your compressor blade, and looks like your afterburner ring. Like I said, two of those matching. And wheels. And some pods. Finish this and then I'll check my wondering. Okay, the wheels are in halves, but bonus, Great Wall Hobby, weight on wheels. And look at the detail. Very nice. And then matching one of the pods. Okay, but what I was wondering is one of these, yes, that's why there's two. One is compressed, being pulled down with the weight on it. One is not. One is extended. So you can have your front landing gear either way, compressed, pulled down in the catapult, or extended. Very nice touch. I didn't even think about that until I started thinking about that. Alright, sorry. Distracted, but the weight on wheels, yeah, it's a nice touch. Especially if you're going to have it pulled down. Here we have ejector seats and another pylon or two. So these are matching, so ejector seat, another pylon, a launch rail, and then the ejector seat, multiple part, great detail, launch rail for that as well. You know, I was going to build up one of the 48 Tomcats I have, but I don't know. This is starting to impress me. I don't see AIM-54. There we go. I don't see any AIM-54s, but here they are. You can have a Tomcat without AIM-54s. There you go. All the parts for your AIM-54s, 4 of them. Again, wonderful detail. Just have to make sure you clean up the seam line when you put them together. So, matching of those. And let's continue. This one has the Sidewinder and the launch rails for underneath the belly for the AIM-54s. And the sideline winders, one piece. You just need to attach the fins. No, is there a burr line? Nope. It's slide molded, so you kind of have a little bit of detail in the end there. No burring. Wonderful detail. Outstanding. Alright. Here we have, it looks like, some pylons. Sorry for the rustling bagging. So, these are matching. They're both one piece. There's 2 of these. See a nice detail right there. Okay, and then this, again, molded like that, so they're one piece. So you have great detail on both sides. And then this one. And we have one more left, and these are the sparrows. Or, for those of you smarter than me, the AIM-7Ms. I only know that because it says AIM-7M right on it. Again, one piece. Again, there is no burring on there. Slide molded. And we know Great Wall's always done. Remember the wonderful weapons we got with the MiG-29s? Oh, not done. This one snuck by me. I was wondering where that front wheel was. It's right here. And the main landing gear. Wow, there's some tiny, tiny little parts on there. Again, weight on wheels for the front wheels, which is good since you can have it pulled down. These, I think, are just squat, not both. Look how tiny some of those parts are. There's your wheels, one piece front wheels. And then no burring. No burring. No flash. Beautiful. So that does take care of all the sprues. Now that I found the front wheels, Taking a look at the clear parts. Great Wall Hobbies clear parts are always good. And look, I put a protective bar over here, so there's no rubbing. Wonderfully clear, no center seam. Look at that front one. How crystal clear that is. And then the main one. A little bit of distortion in the angle, but really nice. Really clear. Good detail on the framing. And some lights. Put this back right away. Okay, now decals, a little bit of PE. Like I said, I'm sure there's going to be, or may already be, since they have released this kit before, just not in this version, there may already be Edward detail sets. So these are just some of the stars and bars. Here we've got the lady for the front, separate, and then the PE grab handles for the ejector seat. Here are the Black Aces decals, made in China, so they're not cartograph. But these are the ones specific to this kit. If you're Navy, there's going to be a lot of carry-a-film under there, so watch out. I'm thinking, oops, sorry about that. They made two sets because that blue doesn't look quite right to me. If I can get this open. And out of this little tiny, really long bag here. Come on. Come on. Out you go. Alright. There we go. Yeah, see the difference in the blue? Yep. Thinking that top blue was way off. So, it's nice that they took care of that for us. Okay, and stencil data, weapons data, another wrong blue one, but it is also on here. Right there, same one, with the right color blue on it. And a few other ones around it. And then there's all your instrument decals, your AIM-54 decals, AIM-9 decals, AIM-7 decals, and all your stencils for the F-14. And while we're here, okay, it's an errata page. Let's check that out when we get there. Put that away. And put that away. And I'm just going to put this one in here with that one because I don't feel like putting in that little extra bag. And I'm going to put this one back in here, and that's why I flipped it over and stuck it to the mat. So I could just do that. Alright. And last up, we have instructions. And a correction sheet for page 1, 2, 5, 19, 17, and 18. Okay, Great Wall likes to do little booklet type things, so you've got, comes apart, there's your sprue map. There's your sprue map, decal map. Do not use the shadow parts, so anything that's in the shadow you're not using for this version. Some warnings, tools to use, color callouts, Mr. Color, and Vallejo. Okay, then page 1, remember, page 1, or, yeah, page 1 right here. So you're going to start with the cockpit, of course. Nice CAD instructions. So the booklet itself is stapled together nicely. It's just got this little folder thing on top, which is cool because you can frame that or hang it on your wall. And then they're showing you how to do your decal, the open state. So if you're going to have those open. Drill holes, so pay attention. Working on your engines, your arrestor hook, your intakes, yes, those go in there, but I don't think they go far enough to where those ejector pins are. It'll be a test fit to see. And then you're putting your intakes on, you're putting your doors on, putting your tails on. Your landing gear can go last, so you can paint it without the landing gear on. There's your options. And then some more decals. It's showing you to put the decals on as you go, which obviously you're not going to want to do because you want to paint. But again, there's the one that's pulled down and there's the fully extended. More of the outside parts, you can do it closed, so it is made to do open or closed, so you can have it in flight. The wings are fully retracted there with the parts you need, or fully open there with the parts you need. So it looks like, go back, back. Maybe they're positional because this is the part that goes in, that part there. And it sits on there, so if you don't glue it, because there it is, open, and there it is pulled back. So yes, these wings can be positioned as you choose, whenever you feel like it. The only problem is, you obviously can't have the flaps deployed if it's pulled back, or the air brakes deployed if it's pulled back. Alright, antenna positioning, canopy open or closed, how to do that. More antennas, then there's your weapon construction, and then there's your more weapons, and then there's your launch rails and your fuel tanks, and then again your underneath launch rails for the Phoenix, and there's your color call out for the stencils for the weapons, and then actually give you a template for the black part. So you put your masking tape on there. That's very nice. So I give you a template to mask the black part up here. For me, I would just make a copy of this and then just put my tape on it and cut it. Or I make a copy of it, cut this out and lay it across the tape and cut it out. That's just me though. There's your black aces one side. There's your other template and your black aces for the other side. There's your top stencil data. And again, remember these. They don't go here yet. But you're going to have different parts you're going to have to put in. And there's the bottom stencil data. So there you have it, my friends. a beautiful 172nd F-14A Black Aces. Like I said, I don't build many 72nd. I can't even remember that A10 that I'm doing now, maybe the first 72nd kit I've built forever. I can't even remember. So, I think this would be a good addition to anybody's stash, especially if you are into 72nd or F-14s, because it's amazingly good looking. The decals are great. Everything about it looks good, and it's a Great Wall hobby, so it's going to go together really well. So, thanks for watching. I hope this was informative. I hope you've got your asses in your chair and you're building kits. I hope that if you're still under quarantine if it's still May 2020 and you're still under quarantine, that you're taking care of yourself. If you're watching this somewhere in the future, like 2021, and we're still under quarantine, come rescue me. Thanks.